Steel in particular, you know, when in the initial versions of the map was putting out a lot of feedback on the map on what he thought was right, what he thought was wrong, along with that the North American commentator Cotton. You know, they were putting out video series on the map and stuff like that. So we know that iBUYPOWER are very familiar with the map. Now we get to see how things are going to shape up here in an official match. NaVi will be starting on that CT side though, and not many nades for NaVi really. Poor Kevlar, they expect a brawl.
They do. Starix already with a little bit of an engagement, just spotting a couple of people, which is still decent information. They also have on the other side of the map Guardian trying to see if he can get any kind of clue about where anyone is. Right now, they just want to figure out where the terrorists are actually held up. It looks like he's shooting right at Starix, but some of the bullets aren't connecting. But the jump over here is going to give him some information to work with. So that's still pretty good. Currently, kind of a light defense. Actually, no defense on the A-bomb side. Just Guardian here in the middle who picks up the first kill, but he's going to go down now. They need to make some sort of rotation happen. Otherwise, there's actually nobody holding A right now.
They have it going in right now. The full rotation from NaVi over towards this B site. They're going to get it done. Starix is going to find Dazed, so that's going to start things off strong here for NaVi in the follow-up fight. And there's Starix just going to town right now, in fact. Double kill for him. iBUYPOWER just now going to be able to sneak a man into the A site. That's Swag on a mission right now, but the rotation is already coming in from Seized.
And Swag made enough noise that Seized actually slows down, so now they're just facing each other right around the corner here, and Swag is going to come out on top. That Steel should be able to run in and put the bomb down really quickly here. Swag looking for a more jumping headshot. He's going to go for a little bit more. The burst fire is not going to be quite enough, but he almost took down Starix as well. That actually evens it out a little bit here. Steel can do this 1-on-2. He's waiting in the corner. He's going to take the first shot. He misses all the bullets, and Starix comes up with a quad kill instead, and NaVi are going to steal the round away. It looked like iBUYPOWER about to bring it back into 2-on-4.
That exactly. Sweet. Oh, man, Steel as well. 11 HP on Zeus, and he doesn't hit a single bullet. That could have changed everything there. Starix with a quad kill, though. He did some damage this round. That's how he needs to start off, and really excited to see if Starix is going to have a big day here, because it's not actually that often that we get to see him performing at the top. It's usually, you know, Guardian, Seized. These are the guys that we look to on NaVi to really deal damage. But Starix, in recent time online at least, has been putting in some very solid matches.
Yeah, him and Zeus both have had really good online results, so that is pretty exciting, but it doesn't always translate into LAN, as we well know at this point. iBUYPOWER, they did at least get the bomb plant, so they're going to be able to buy in the upcoming round, which means this time it's mostly just some P250s and some C75s and stuff like that. So pretty easy stuff here coming out for iBUYPOWER, nothing too exciting. Really interested by NaVi's idea of not having anyone directly covering A in that pistol round. It makes me think they've actually been studying iBUYPOWER just a tiny bit. They could have spent the time since yesterday doing it.
I'm sure that these teams are definitely spending the time just going over the demos, of course, the replays, because Zeus is known for that. Zeus is known for actually standing behind teams with his phone out and recording them and talking at the same time, just going over strats individually. He'll show all the screens, he'll just record it all so that he can look at it later. Like, that's some crazy level of mind play right there, just making sure that you have every bit of info on your team, on your opponents as you can. But now, right now, this is looking like a NaVi round again. Skadoodle's the last man here. At least he has the bomb, but with 30 seconds left, it doesn't leave him a whole lot of time to act.
He just wishes desperately that somebody would start walking out so he could easily get a pick off on someone. That'd definitely be his favorite thing right now. Just to do a little bit with these pistols, because they did invest, like, how much did they invest? Like $1,900 something into this round.
Yeah.
So wouldn't be too bad if they could get something in return.
This is a bit problematic for Team iBUYPOWER though, because these perfect anti-eco rounds, rather, you know, a close one on the first, but, you know, perfect anti-eco round like that is going to allow NaVi to really start generating the money early. iBUYPOWER need to be doing a bit more damage. So this first round here, they're going for a buy because of that plant and the pistol. So iBUYPOWER now is their big time to shine, but they don't have a whole lot of nades to work with, so this is still going to be tricky for them.
Smoke goes off. Actually just a flashbang in there. Starix waiting for it. Pretty fast movement towards the second pipe here. So I mean, iBUYPOWER they're getting a lot of really early map control, and it's not like they're really taking it away from NaVi, because NaVi have just decided we're going to be holding inside the sort of B bomb site perimeter and inside the A. You know, they're not even crossing this line right here, which is something that we actually saw Nip try and do yesterday on Overpass, and it worked pretty badly. To me, it feels like you need to use the A side of the map a little bit as a CT2 sometimes to just put the terrorists on a bit of a defense as well, but maybe they will later on.
Does that actually work, Guardian?
I think it did 1 damage to Steel.
Yeah,
That's not really my definition of work, but maybe he's satisfied with it.
He's like, I will find the skybox on this map. with that HE.
Seized is going to go down. Steel with a really good opening kill in return, though. iBUYPOWER, I mean, if they can win back the third round already, that'd be pretty damn good. More smokes going up. NaVi buying time, and actually Zeus running in and picking up a Molotov that was dropped by his teammate. So a good little detail, making sure that they can buy even more time. And yeah, Guardian has one too, so there's actually going to be a lot of Molotovs. He throws it way too far. I'm not sure why he would do that. A lot of damage being dealt already here to Steel, and he's eventually going to go down. Guardian needs backup, and it has to be quick here. 14 seconds, and he's going to go down. Nice position here from iBUYPOWER.
Yeah, this is such solid work. Edward is going to be able to get in here, though. 8 seconds left, and they're going to get the plant on the B site. So all of this movement at the A site, prompting the rotation, and sick headshot from Swag. Dude, this is going to be a problem for NaVi. Swag is looking good in these first few rounds here, and Swag looking good leads to a lot of teams looking really bad and sad. It's just, you know, things not going their way. So this is what iBUYPOWER had to do in this first round. Now it's a 1v3. Edward, he's just kind of hunting around. He's going to try and save this rifle. But right now, Edward is actually in the position that you were talking about. You know, get up into restrooms, get up into mid as CT side. You know, get eyes on connector like this, and try and poke iBUYPOWER so that they don't feel so confident in just running out early in the round and just running out and taking map control, full map control, and getting right up to your front doorstep without even having to worry about checking corners, right? Yeah. So NaVi need to check them, need to break check them a little bit.
Yeah, my prediction is that NaVi are going to do better on this A bomb site as soon as they start playing in the birthday area or by picnic as well. You don't even have to play super aggressively. Some teams do peek all the way up and try and take fights down here, but you can just, I mean, just the fact that they're even doing it. So yeah, all right, I'm glad that they're doing it now that we're talking about it. Thank you, NaVi, for helping us out with this stuff, because I think this is going to be generally a better approach.
Yeah, agreed.
Especially because iBUYPOWER are actually playing with just a single person over here. Everyone else is, well, they've got Steel coming up the connector as well. It still means they could find someone and pick that person off, and that would give them so much more to work with.
If they could just pick it, but smoke clears. Edward takes the first fight. That's dazed down, and Edward gets a double kill, and he makes it out alive. That is atrocious. That cannot happen there. NaVi, just sick play, but Steel does manage to catch Edward as he tries to make it back around the corner. So at least they get one frag back. Seized is going to catch Skadoodle peeking, though, and that's going to be the end of him. 2-on-4 situation. Make that a 1-on-4 situation as AZK is left as the last man standing here for iBUYPOWER. NaVi, they were like a swarm of angry bees there. They just stung him to death.
Yeah, just, I mean, it's not even really like that aggressive CT play, but it's a little bit more, you know, forward than they were playing the last time, and it works infinitely better. So, I mean, I think that's just going off the data that we've seen so far. It just feels like there's so much map out here that if you decide to only play where you spawn, basically, you're giving up a lot of chances, right? Because every corner, basically, in Counter-Strike, every corner is a chance for you to take a shot and run back to the next corner and take a new shot and then keep doing it like that. I mean, it's the most basic tactic you can do, basically. Try and do that at least, just so that you're using the map to your advantage.
We're actually going to have to see if they're going to peek together as well. That was a bit of a one after the other sort of scenario there for Edward to get out of. But Zeus takes that one jump, is able to see into sewer, so he's going to spot some bodies running through. Quick rotation coming out here from iBUYPOWER actually towards this upper site. But the bomb is following suit. They are going to try and crash through here, but they've got 3 guns. They've got CZs. They've actually got some gear. iBUYPOWER now. Smokes and flashes is going to go out here for NaVi.
Guardian, gotta be really careful. Luckily, they don't have any HE grenades or anything, so they can't actually dig him out of there. And now we are back to playing fairly defensively, but at least they have more people doing it this time. And actually, I think that maybe that's the answer. If you really want to play far back in the A-bomb site, you should have 3 people here. And you should, in my opinion, not be holding like they're doing. This time it's not going to be so much of a liability, because they can't really get grenaded down, because as we said, iBUYPOWER don't have any Molotovs or anything. But later on, if they do, well, we kind of saw what happens in it. Both Fiflarian and Forrest got crisped in that corner. Yeah. Just from waiting around. Oh yeah, this is still going to be pretty tough for iBUYPOWER to break into. 2 AKs, 1 Galil, and no smokes to zone out the bomb site with. I'm not predicting a high success rate for this one.
It's going to come down to flashes and perfect shots and getting that info as well. Zeus is going to take out Skadoodle to begin with here, already crouching down at the back of that site. iBUYPOWER have run out of time, though. The remaining 4 members have to get up onto this site, but Seized will pick off AZK, and Swag is now going to be out in the open looking for a headshot. Not going to get it. Guardian gets the backstab, and they just get picked off one at a time. The total lack of smokes and flashes. They had 1 flash that they threw in at the beginning of that push, and then they all kind of walked in one at a time. But that crossfire on the A side, unless you have smokes to cut it up and try and just block vision, that crossfire right there is brutal. You get shredded every time you go in.
And actually smoking off this place isn't that difficult either. So, I mean, you can... That's why I say if you want to hold far back, you need a 3rd person who could maybe be here, so that everybody doesn't get smoked off all at once. I think I think iBUYPOWER are a little bit too optimistic at that point in time. Now they're trying to push through just pistols. Good flashbangs coming out from NaVi, though, taking care of the situation until, well, it's going to be alright. Starix actually ends up with a quad kill. I was going to say they were going to run out of bullets eventually, but they just managed to make it through. That's 5 and 1. A lot of money for NaVi here. They can afford to lose around, and they'll still be alright. iBUYPOWER.
There it is.
Yeah,
that's what I was wondering when the op was going to come out from Guardian. And it's like it makes sense. The buy round, the second big buy round here for iBUYPOWER, really.
And now he's going to play aggressively.
Yeah, now he's going to get up there. He can actually go for the TP. To me, this looks like they want to boost him. Or is Zeus just going to head down in there? Yeah, they're going to... Wow, they're both of them going to go into underpass. And now that's a good peek by Steel. Gets the drop on Zeus, but Edward once again strikes back and takes 2 kills.
Man, he's on the hunt for more. He's going to walk right into Swag. He's making a lot of noise. He turns around, and Edward with the triple. That looked like it could be really scary. Swag had somehow hurt him. That would have been interesting. Skadoodle walking into Seized and has the wrong angle. It's going to go down, so Steel is going to be left alone here in a 1-on-4. So he got the opening frag, and then his whole team died.
Essentially. Ouch, ouch. They know. They know. They still have another 3 HEs. Do we just see them try and bomb him into oblivion? Guardian, there's his attempt. What's happening? It's just Lurk. Nice shot there. So 1v3 and Guardian comes back, and that's going to be it. Now,
I actually thought they were going to go for just the run up and try and AWP right here.
We've seen them boost over this wall as well, right?
Yeah, or like Simple was doing yesterday. He actually jumps up here himself and then takes the shot from a slightly higher angle, and that was incredibly cool. I mean, watching Simple on this map yesterday was just so much fun.
Yeah, Hellraisers are a pleasure to watch on the CT side of Overpass. They've got it really well ironed out, right? All the little tricks like that. But NaVi clearly, doubling up in connector really worked there. Edward, once again, going to get caught out on short here, but he still manages to get the spray down. AZK will hunt them down, same as last time. And now, well, they've taken a lot of damage iBUYPOWER, but this is actually pistol armor buy. A bit odd.
Well, that's what iBUYPOWER did yesterday, just repeatedly on Inferno. In the match against Dignitas, they just kept doing these pistol armor buys. They just did not care at all.
Bring up the money real quick, Anders, please.
Yeah,
they're going to be able to buy in the next round.
Yeah, but they did this like way more than any other team. It was incredible how many pistol armor buys they had when almost any other European team would have been saving. But they did go 16-14 against Dignitas and Inferno, so it's like they did it badly.
That could be like their way, essentially, of trying to catch them off guard. But NaVi might have caught that game versus Dignitas, right? Maybe they're aware of it. Still seems odd because I guess you're just looking for like some pressure rather than having like one hard eco round and then being able to buy back to back for 2 rounds rather than spending like half on this sort of situation where you're going like seize that army. That's still $1,500 you're dropping in a round.
Yeah, I mean it does make you wonder if like the collected sum of all those pistol armor buys could have turned into like one real round with rifles, and maybe that's better. Maybe it isn't. A bit of a smoke that you can actually throw from CT spawn lands at the second pipe here, which is definitely very cool. Just trying to prevent any kind of rush. Not that iBUYPOWER have been having many rushes, but you never know. You might as well try and do it. Guardian still down towards the connector here, and when they're going to peek back up again, well, they're going to run into a bunch of iBUYPOWER members. He's going to miss the shot and even could have been killed jumping there. It's very, very risky. Seized is there to help him out, and he actually diverts some of the attention away here. Guardian, he wants a little bit more, but he's got to be careful. Flashes his way out. The bomb is actually dropped up there, so somehow iBUYPOWER still have to get back here and pick it up. Yeah,
that's horrible. No, but it doesn't look like the Zeus. It seems like they just want to back off and hold on to the man advantage, which isn't exactly a bad call either for NaVi. No need to risk it and press things. They can definitely just set up with the bomb, or at least not with the bomb, but rather set up on the sites, and they still have plenty of gear on them. So this could be a very solid situation for NaVi to hold from.
Man, if they had pushed within the last 10 seconds, they would have caught Seized here all on his own. But the fact that they didn't means now Zeus and also Guardian has shown up for the party. Guardian, well, Seized might be very low, but Guardian still has half health and an AWP. He actually misses that shot. That looked a little bit easy. Follow-up shot's going to be great, though. And now iBUYPOWER. They look very hesitant, I would say, actually.
They do look like they're getting kind of bogged down here at the entrance. But still, what a shot from Guardian. That was so sick. Skadoodle, though, is going to find Zeus, who was crouching on the site. Now it is Guardian. He got tagged down lower a little bit earlier. And he decides to change up his position here as well. So the smoke is going to go down. There's still a man crouching at the back of the site, however. They can't let this get them off guard. Skadoodle gets caught, but then the instant return by Dazed. And with just 4 seconds left, he's going to have the plan. 2-on-2 situation here. iBUYPOWER have to hold, and they are playing this fairly well. One man outside of the site as well to try and draw the attention from NaVi.
Swag is so convinced someone's going to come up from behind. That can actually lose them the round if they keep going at this rate. Dazed is going to go down. Now Swag has to basically run back to try and see if he can do this, and this is going to be so tough. He's going to go down to Edward as well. Can't really blame Swag. A lack of information basically cost them the round, but then, I mean, a lack of information actually, they could have won the round if they had a little bit more information. So the first time when they have the engagement over here, Guardian, they spot Guardian. I'm pretty sure they don't realize that there's an extra player down here with a rifle, because if they had, they got Seized was here and he killed one of their members. If they had realized there were 2 in connector and Seized was running back, they could have probably done the math and said, alright, there's not going to be anyone else but Seized in this bomb site, and they could have rushed right in, but they probably thought it was only Guardian playing around on there, and then they figured, alright, probably still 2 at the A bomb site, so a little bit more information from iBUYPOWER and they would have had a very clean entrance into that A bomb site. Guardian right at the edge. The flashbang is going to make him fall back a little bit.
He spotted the heal there. He spotted the heal, but he's not getting the opportunity. iBUYPOWER realized, oh, they walk back into it, and somehow he doesn't hit that shot. That looked like it was dead on there.
Yeah.
This is where instant replay would come in handy.
Look at Edward. This is a good tower.
This is disgusting.
It's just like an obelisk almost.
That is sick. Eiffel Tower, man. They're in Paris.
They are in Paris, it's true.
There you go.
So generally speaking, no one's shooting from the top of the Eiffel Tower, but yes, if someone was, that would be perfect.
Well, there is that laser that shoots out from the top of it. Okay, whatever.
Is that the secret weapon of France? That could be like the basis for a movie almost.
Whoa.
Oh, Steel. How does he not get shot? Seized. Just outlining, and the Molotov here, Steel, is he about to be crisped? Oh. He's right in that corner, and there it is. All right, it's a long-range camera shot, but we do get it at the end. Steel getting burned alive. Starix waiting. I think he hears them running right on the other side. Backup is being called for as well. iBUYPOWER want to see if they can make this B-bomb site work. And Starix is here, taking the first kill. Good grenade on him to drop him, but they're so low on health here, and Dazed is going to be the only one left. Nice headshot. Makes it a triple. Can't get the bomb plant. Zeus and Stern is going to... Well, in turn is going to get a triple of his own. And now we are looking at 9-1. But they are playing well on the CT side. You got to give them credit.
Yeah, they clearly got it well mapped out, this map. They've got an idea of what they want to do. They've already got the nades going out as well. Guardian continues, I mean, he persists in using the bounce nade, so is Seized on the safe side. For example, there's the smoke going down to block off the pipe into sewer. So, BAP. And now, well, I'm wondering if iBUYPOWER can't just go for like some kind of aggressive play. They're going to try it right here. Edward's going to get flashed, and there's your entry. Now they just need to try and keep this momentum going, iBUYPOWER.
Oh, that's a sick grenade from Starix. Very, very nicely timed. And Seized is waiting right at the edge. Birthday party time. Him and Guardian just doubling up here, and it's working beautifully. That grenade doesn't really do anything, but this is still a big success for NaVi.
Yeah, this is everything here. Just like that, they've lost all the advantage of iBUYPOWER, and they've lost all their momentum on this round. They were running around, bit of the control, and then they just decided to run right into the blender. So, looking to take advantage of an early rotation out of NaVi, but that's just not going to happen. NaVi way too patient. They've already got the setup, and Guardian is here from Bank to pick up Swag, and he's already cutting this angle off. AZK tries to peek him to get around that corner, but it's just not meant to be. Guardian is hitting shots right now, 10, 5, and 4 from him.
It's interesting to see that the smoke down there, I mean, iBUYPOWER actually ran through it and still won, but obviously, I feel like Edward could have maybe finished that round way earlier if he hadn't got so flashed.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, iBUYPOWER kind of ran right into that set smoke from NaVi, so that's a fun detail as well. Now Skadoodle is back to AWPing, and he's going to go for an early fight, which Guardian, actually, they just miss each other by a second.
And he's looking towards long. Guardian isn't really there. Guardian, actually, interesting how he gets up close to the connector like that, but again, Zeus is going to be the one getting caught out by a Dazed at this point, and Edward is still just kind of hopping around, but he's got to be careful that you can now wallbang through that thanks to the wood planks. iBUYPOWER is still, I mean, they get the entry on Zeus, yes, but...
And this is actually another round where iBUYPOWER really don't have a lot of smoke, so in light of that, I would say going for the B-bomb side makes a lot more sense, because, as we said, the crossfire up here is so hard to deal with if you don't have a bunch of smokes to zone it out with, so the B-bomb side just makes a lot more sense. You still need smokes, or you can still benefit a lot from smokes, but I think they are they're just a little bit less necessary on the B-bomb site.
Yeah, they need to hit. It's going to come down to shots here. Skadoodle's going to be leading the charge. Starks is going to take that, and he's not going to get it. But then everybody steps out at the same time for iBUYPOWER, and that's really good there. Just looking to overwhelm Starks instantly. The smokes do go down, and Skadoodle finds a headshot on C's, but Edward is here, and they are looking to just cut this up. Starks is still alive right on the other side of this smoke.
I have no idea, but he can stop the bomb plant right here. 28 seconds. Starks picks up 2 kills, leaving Skadoodle in a terrible 1-on-2. He picks up an AK, which is a smart choice, but Starix will finish the round. 3 kills. Nerves of steel. He just stood in the only angle that they weren't looking at in the bomb site. That's actually pretty incredible, right? Because they were looking from this angle up here. They were always looking down here. And Starix ended up right at a blind spot almost. And the smoke was helping out with it too.
Yeah.
That's
smoke.
pretty rare.
Those smokes that went down just helped Starix. But more importantly, he just stood his ground and didn't make a sound. He didn't take a shot. He didn't alert them to his presence. But iBUYPOWER, you could tell that they thought he had rotated back onto the site proper, back into pit. They didn't expect him to be up that close when they went for that plant. So just sick play by Starks, and once again, he's going to get a kill here. Swag gets dropped. Edward is going to take out AZK, and finally somebody comes back and manages to wrap around on Edward. Daze looking to get onto this site fast and got Starks, but Starks does go down. It's Skadoodle, in fact.
Yeah, very nice shot there from Skadoodle. Steel pretty far away from the action currently, which feels a little bit annoying because, I mean, they're inside the bomb site and the bomb is dropped somewhere actually kind of on the opposite side, I think.
It's on the site proper.
Oh, it is on the site. Cool.
I think Skadoodle actually thought it might have dropped down there. Couldn't be sure. Still, that was the opening. Guardian has got that AWP and he's in sniper right now, though, so he's got that oversight on that bomb. And NaVi's slowly closing in here. They're going to squeeze iBUYPOWER onto the site. And there you go. Zeus with the flank on Dazed. And there isn't a whole lot that Dazed can do about that. He's got 3 angles to watch.
Yeah, I think they were hoping that Dazed would be allowed to live long enough to Steel to come in with this backstab. But that was, I don't know, a bit of a long shot maybe. Good shot from Steel, but it's probably not going to matter too much at this point. iBUYPOWER, yeah, they're going to lose the round. Zeus with the double here at the end, so it's going to be 12-1. I don't think, I mean, strange as it sounds, I think iBUYPOWER are going to be so confident in their new play that they're not going to be like too frustrated. Like normally you'd be super frustrated being 12-1, but I think this being a best of 3, I actually don't think that
Dazed already, you know, like even in the band pick, he was already just like, okay, you know, overpass, and it was kind of like hue, you know, like okay, you know, overpass and you get CT, like right, okay, and then it was just like nuke, like instant just return, right? And Dust 2 is also iBUYPOWER. Like they are very far from out of this best of 3, guys. NaVi are gonna have to fight on the next 2 maps to lock this out. So overpass definitely not going iBUYPOWER's way. NaVi just playing a fantastic side of CT here. They've got it all maxed out, and look at this. Seized is about to get the perfect flank on them. As soon as he hears it, there's the info, and he's going to come rushing around that corner. He's got 3 guys there. Double spray? Nope, but still does the damage.
Great to follow up, and he will pick it up at the end. So it could have been cleaner from Seized, but he still does exactly what he needs to do. And that is, again, one of the cool features of using the forward part of the map like that. So works out really well for NaVi, and it also feels like iBUYPOWER sort of run out of ideas here. They aren't, I mean, some of the set stats we have seen on this map that involve, like we were talking about earlier, smoking off. You can even smoke off in here, and then you try and get in closer. You're fighting closer to the CTs, and eventually get into the bomb site and put the bomb down. It feels like iBUYPOWER aren't doing that too much, and they have had a ton of rounds where they've had no grenades, and this is no different.
I think that's really hurting them. I think that's what's really hurting them. This obsession to buy, not stop buying. It only works if you land the shots. That's the issue. Without the nades, they're limited in their options. They're going up against NaVi, and everybody on NaVi is hitting shots as well. It's not like one guy's hogging all the kills or somebody's lagging behind. Everybody on NaVi has stepped up this morning, so it's a tough situation for iBUYPOWER. They don't really have all the gear they need to do the job.
No, they really don't. This team,
there's actually like a billion guns just dropped right there as well.
Yeah, they were feeling it, feeling rich as they pretty much were. All right, 14-1. So that's a pretty decisive victory, and I won't say it's too surprising, but I wanted iBUYPOWER to do better on this side of the map. Even if I thought NaVi was going to win it, I feel like they could have shown us more. That's
it right there. That 3rd round. When they won their first buy round, and they did it actually fairly convincingly, iBUYPOWER. I was like, okay, we've got like a real half on our hands here. iBUYPOWER could potentially pick up those 4 rounds. But that's it. You know, it's like there was that brief flash. It was like a star. You know, it just exploded and then it vanished. Or maybe it was just like TNT or something blowing up in a vacuum. You know, just like whoosh, and then it was gone.
Yeah, just a tiny bit of action, and then it's all over. Not the best fireworks display is what we're trying to say.
Yeah, it was like a bottle rocket that just goes like boop, right straight into the ground. You know, you get those faulty ones.
You can actually Molotov this corner that Daze is in, so I'm sort of wondering if that's what the Molotov is for. I'm desperately hoping, because it's a lot of fun to see. But instead, they're just going to check out the connector currently, and also Seized, making sure no one's sneaking up behind them. A lot of movement from NaVi. They actually check like all around them, and that's not... I mean, if you're going to push into B, the last thing you want is for a bunch of CTs to be in connector that can rush up right behind you. So, I mean, it does make a lot of sense from that point of view, too. Smoke as well on Seized. We'll have to see how they end up doing. You should see himself lining it up.
Yep.
And I'm guessing that is for a set smoke, so we shall see.
Yeah, he's definitely got it. Wait, show the angle real quick.
Well, I'm gonna do that in a second. Zeus is actually doing this.
Okay, Zeus is doing the sniper one.
Smoke, and there's the Molotov in the corner. Yeah, really good play. I'm absolutely loving this. Let's see if it's gonna work out for NaVi, because they definitely had this planned out already. Steel covering in here with the USPS, already taking a bit of a shot to the face, but Daze actually will get a headshot on Guardian, and Daze will follow it up with yet another one. This is really good work, coming in from behind. ACK with it, one more, and Seized. Is he going to get the bomb plan? He's punching in the numbers, but Daze comes up with an ace in the pistol round, and iBUYPOWER, well, Daze shuts down the NaVi team, in spite of all that preparation and planning. I love it, but it wasn't good enough. Daze
looks pissed off. He was laughing like watching him briefly, right? Watching him, he was laughing like every chance he had actually throughout that first half. So for him to just come into the CT side and rack up a pistol ace, that's some pretty solid work. Edward probably tugged his beard in frustration a little bit and just said, okay, I'm gonna have to come back. I'm curious.
I mean, they clearly put some thought into that round, NaVi. They were ready to execute with smokes and flashbangs and even that Molotov in the corner. Definitely a strong idea. Now there is pistol armor coming out here for NaVi, including 3 CSET 75s. It is significantly harder to make the CSET 75 work on the terrorist side of any map than it is on the CT side. So I mean, it's still good. It's still a good pistol, but it just doesn't have the same impact.
Starks does find a headshot though. Takes out Skadoodle, but AZK is just going to flank his mate, and that bomb is dropped in the middle of no man's land. They're not getting to it anytime soon. Even with the smoke going down, stands out. Oh, Daze nearly gets dropped there, down to 9 HP, but then the flank comes in from Steel, and iBUYPOWER will just close in on this map, and it's a long way. I mean, Andrews, do you believe?
Yes, 15-round comeback?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I believe.
That's what I'm thinking.
I definitely believe.
They need 13 rounds right now. 13 rounds.
This is America, man.
They're gonna give NaVi a taste of freedom.
Exactly. That's what's on the menu here.
If iBUYPOWER run this back, Steel will tear off his shirt. He's gonna have like an eagle, like a freedom bird on his chest, basically. Yeah.
I have already seen more of Steel's body this land than I really wish to. There was that tweet on going on Twitter somewhere. So, but yes, I think the Steel's reaction will definitely be something.
Is it the one with the hot pants?
Yeah, well, there's certainly one where he was lacking some part of his pants. Skadoodle and ACK still holding inside here, and this time NaVi's arsenal is... Oh! Okay.
Goodbye, Seized.
Whack-a-mole time. He didn't even want to shoot. He just wants to look. He just want to take a look inside the bomb site. ACK's like, no! Don't even pretend.
That you have to know. You have to just know where to look as well for that, because that's a bit tough.
I mean, it's super tough because that wall is pretty long, and you can boost up at any random point on it. So it's pretty interesting. You can actually boost up like a really long range on that one. Steel, the only one covering down here, 7 bullets left. If he runs out, yeah, they're gonna go for it now. CSET 75 instead is gonna pick up a little bit more than the knife. And Steel, wasting too many bullets.
Nice nade though. That's gonna drop him fairly low here. But NaVi, it's a 2-on-3 situation for NaVi. They're half health, both of them. Starks is going to move in and actually pick up a gun, or he should be able to pick up a gun. How did they not pick up Steel's FAMAS? Like, where did Steel's FAMAS go?
It's not in here.
Did it go into a pipe?
It can't possibly be. Where did it go?
Where did Steel's FAMAS go? This has actually wasted a lot of time for NaVi, because they actually sent guys back to look for that gun. Like, Starks was actually back here hunting for that FAMAS. Where did it go? Did that nade, like, blow it up somewhere?
Well, now it's kind of gone. I have no idea. This is going to turn into the case of the missing FAMAS. Someone go and check the demo and tweet at us and find out where the hell that FAMAS went.
Yeah, dude, NaVi is pissed about that.
That is actually significant. Yeah. Everything matters at this level.
Both of them ran over his corpse right there trying to find that gun. Like, Starks actually went back to check sewer again. You know, maybe we missed it the first time, right? That's a bit frustrating. Oh, Skadoodle doesn't hit the shot. I like the early peek here from iBUYPOWER, though. I mean, this early threat slows Navi down. Navi are already a very slow, patient, T-sided team, but this early pick is putting Navi on notice, saying, hey, we're going to be up here. You're going to have to start worrying a little bit about where we are on this map at the beginning of the round. We're not just going to camp out in the site.
I actually think that's a really good point. You accomplish more on the CT side just from running up here and throwing a flashbang over, just one flashbang and running back, than you do from staying here to begin with, which we've seen some teams do. So yes, just the fact that they get a sense that maybe you're around there is still going to make a difference. Are we going to see a bit of a boost going on here? Yes, we will. Starix looking for the opening. Steel, if he stands up, he could get shot right in the face. Oh, I wish they had stuck with that. Navi, though, nice preparations. I mean, we saw in the pistol round. They've been teaching themselves. They've been learning how to play overpass here. Even on the terrorist side, we can tell.
Yeah, no, this is going to be that buy now. They do have the experience. They have the boost. They have the smokes. I mean, hell, we just saw it from the pistol. They had a very nice pistol smoke. Apart from Daze just going completely crazy. But there you go. The push forward from Steel is going to catch Seized off guard, but Guardian returns, and now it's going to be flashes and smokes into this B site, and it comes down to Swag. They should be here fairly quickly to help support.
Gotta wonder if Steel actually gave away a lot of the game here, because they could have been in maybe an even better position right now. Swag, backup is coming for him though. The bomb, it's gonna go down, and Guardian will get a good return kill here. This is very dangerous. Guardian though does burn alive. I think he must have been flashed in that fire somewhere. How did they get in and get this bomb defused? Starix right at the edge. It's going to be dropped by Dazed. iBUYPOWER not quite willing to give up yet. Edward's going to get a kill, and Zeus comes up with one more, leading Skadoodle. Well, he's got a Molotov, actually. If he throws it up there in that corner, can he really do this? He's going to get the first kill. Edward, he has to try and run through. It's not going to be a defuse. Edward, yeah. He'll take some scars and some burn damage for his team there.
Yeah, he'll get the skin grafts and whatnot, dude. That was so sick by Navi as well, though, because even if Edward is even a second later on there, or if Skadoodle doesn't just get straight on that bomb, to double up from the same angle is so clever, because Skadoodle actually has to take the time to go down and check the main entrance into that B side. He doesn't see anybody, and he's like, okay, well, I have no idea where this guy could be right now. I got to just go on it. So Skadoodle did the best he possibly could in that situation, but Edward was there to lock it down. He did not miss the opportunity. He didn't buy the fake or anything like that. He just ran in and got the job done. So Navi now on match point here. I mean, map point, rather.
What's really weird is that Navi were getting ready to execute on the bomb side, and it would have had Steel and Swag inside waiting for them. But Steel pushed up and only got the one kill. And that actually, instead of Navi doing their smoke and like elaborate strategy, they just decided, okay, now we just go, because we just killed one guy here, and then Swag was kind of alone for a little bit too long. And they got the bomb down, and Swag couldn't obviously challenge them 1-on-4, so that turned into a weird situation. I think actually Steel's push was really well timed. It's just a real shame he only got the one. If he got one kill and fallen back and was alive, it would have been such a good round for iBUYPOWER.
Well, it's also I don't think he was able to confirm to his mates how many people he saw there, or if he saw the bomb either, because the bomb was already in sewer.
Yeah.
So he pushes up and he sees one guy, he kills that guy, gets shot in the face, but still that tells him only okay, one guy was here and one more guy is here, but I don't see the bomb, so you guys need to actually kind of lurk around on A side a little bit longer. Well, they can't have that decisive rotation to end it.
Smoke up here, pretty good idea, and a similar round to last time here from Navi. Except this time they actually pushed everybody in through the first pipe here. Guardian does go down. Swag connecting with the spray. Zeus is trying to just edge with the smoke, walking in, and Swag is going to take care of business for a while. Now his teammates have shown up, and Edward's going to go down as well. Skadoodle getting the shot on here. Seized. Will not get the bomb down. Only 5 seconds left at the end here. So again, Navi with a very slow round, but 10 rounds in a row. I mean, judging off of the first half, it could be done.
It can be done.
Look at this.
That was that's just the streak right there. So, yeah, if they could do it, it would be definitely one of the sickest comebacks all tournament long. Flat out, hands down. That would be amazing, and that would set iBUYPOWER up really nicely. But Navi are going to go for an eco here. I wouldn't even be surprised to see Navi just go for a double eco and just get all the gear, go for the big round.
Yeah.
Because they only need the one round, so they can make sure that they have all the money for everything. They have a set strat that they want to run, something that really works well in practice. Bam, they go for that, and they just try and end the game, rather than try and drag it out with weird buys.
I agree. I definitely want to see Navi full on equipment. I think that's a really good idea, and I think the fact that they have so many rounds to play with isn't a bad thing. But there is that one potential sort of danger with what happens if you get a little bit too comfortable. feel like, we're surely going to win 1 out of the next 10 rounds. You know,
Sure.
how does that not happen? And then suddenly, you know, it's
Before you know it, you're feeling the pressure.
Exactly. I don't think NaVi are going to be too relaxed right now. Actually, I think they are going to be pretty focused still.
Alright, well, now they're just going to go for a straight buy here. They do have enough for a couple nades, but it's cutting it real close on a couple of these guys here. So very limited. Again, it's like iBUYPOWER buys, just no real money. You even see Starks having to go for just Galil so he can actually pick up a smoke.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, last time they did a slightly different execute, so are they going to go for a straight rush this time? Yeah, they seem to be pretty quick about it. The Guardian does slow down a little bit more. And eventually the whole team is going to come to a halt. Nice grenade coming out here from the iBUYPOWER side, obviously doing significant damage, just throwing it over there. Swag still has his. A bit of a Molotov grenade on there to Starix, also does a little bit more damage, but can they hold on to it? Dazed has taken out Guardian, and Steel is waiting by the barrels. Actually going to push out a little bit more from his hiding spot there. That Molotov didn't actually go off, so that's obviously a big issue. Swag is still alive inside here, and NaVi haven't even close to got the bomb down. Edward's going to be dropped with it, and seized his, and Edward now going to be in the corner just hiding. He seems to have been here the whole fight.
and he misses the opportunity. That was the golden opportunity for him to potentially open things up, but still, Skadoodle and oversight like that with the AWP, it's still just, you know, they need nades. NaVi, they need nades. If they can't outright win the battles, and they have, it's not like they haven't had the opportunities. Like the Swag, they stand back there in the open, they catch Dazed rotating in from the main entrance, and then it's just. But when it comes down to it, NaVi aren't winning those duels. So the way to deal with that is you just smoke them off and you flash them off, and there you go, right? If you can't take the fight and win it, you're just going to go ahead and use your nades to get rid of them. Only problem is that NaVi, well, now next round, they should have enough for a full buy. If they can get a plan in this one, this would be huge. But regardless, they should have enough for a full buy, and we're going to have a big opportunity here for NaVi to close this first map in this best of 3.
Auto Sniper on Steel is going to come out on top against Seized, and yeah, we'll have to see. Still a long ways to go. Still looking at 8 rounds in a row here for iBUYPOWER to make their way back and play overtime, which would certainly be a great way to start off the quarterfinals here at ESWC. Grenade to follow around the corner. Actually, they kind of run out of the blast zone, but Edward can't do much here, and he is going to go down. So Steel seems to be dying a lot in this game, but it's not like he's not doing anything. He's got 21 deaths, so it's like far more than anyone else. But he's also getting the kills, and he's playing quite aggressively.
Is this Melk Award territory?
Melk Award, yeah, maybe it is.
He's the support player who just keeps on supporting. Now he just needs to get the team win.
Yeah. You should try and call Steel a support player afterwards, see. I would love to be there for it. It'd be funny. Still no AWP on Guardian. At least they have Molotovs this time. And there's some potential for using those. On both A and B bomb site, we already saw the B example, but obviously on A you can kind of Molotov where ACK is holding. But this setup here from iBUYPOWER is exactly the one that I definitely prefer, where you have Dazed playing right here. This is the amount of angles you have to cover as a terrorist coming into this bomb site is absolutely absurd. Even with smokes to try and like close some of the angles out, it still becomes pretty tricky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Well, just because, you know, even with smokes and flashes, it's not a guaranteed thing for your T side. You still feel like you're running into a blender at times. So now let's see here. iBUYPOWER, are they going to be able to weather the storm? Because NaVi are going to they're still gathering up here. NaVi, bomb is going down into connector though.
Yeah, I think they might be pretending to do an A push with the smokes.
Yeah,
and then boom, B. They just need to not get caught at B first with the auto sniper. So here are the smokes, just to see. These could be like for an actual A push. Of course, we can tell that it's going to be a fake. So it's all up to Steel here. Auto sniper in hand. First kill. And no, it doesn't happen. It should have pretty been a straight headshot. And that is a big problem now. What the hell are they going to do? There actually is nobody in the bomb site. Swag is the only one sort of close by. But this is a free bomb plant for NaVi. They may have just won this map just because of, of that initial smoke. And then the follow-up kill from Steel missing it a little bit there.
Exactly. Now AZK is going to push up from pit. He's going to be able to look for this crossfire setup, and just like that, they annihilate NaVi. NaVi, they get the plant, but again, they can't win the fights. AZK walks in and gets a triple kill.
That's incredible. That's a really easy retake for iBUYPOWER. Much easier than it should have been. And maybe NaVi were a little bit too defensive. I mean, when you do fall back, you know, all the way back here, there is always the chance that you can get smoked or grenaded out or something like that. But then, because Swag was still alive in this position, maybe it's kind of hard for them to get closer. But if you can hold underneath the sniper spot, it does mean that the CTs have a lot more to worry about once they get in there.
Yeah, it is also very exposed. Like, it's a lot of open area that on the T side, right, you have to fall back to. So AZK, it shows when they set up that crossfire where Swag is drawing attention from short and AZK walks up onto the site itself, it's extremely difficult for Navi to hold from that position. So still, Navi, I mean, they're getting plants. They do have a Guardian off now. That's going to be really interesting how they decide to use this gun, because it feels like it's been a while since we've seen it. They just haven't had the money. And iBUYPOWER are only 6 rounds away now. This is feasible.
Actually, just showcasing Edward here on another boost spot. You can boost up here, of course, with 2 people. You can also boost on this wall. That's why it's really hard for the CT side to actually predict where the boost is going to happen. But we'll see. Navi this time look like they are going to go straight for an 8-type execute. And they do have a lot of smokes and a lot of grenades in general. And the Dazed is a little bit further back. And this position is much more easily dealt with than the other one. Because, yeah, one smoke is going to cover him up pretty good.
You can't just go pushing through. It depends here. Smokes are going to go down, though, and NaVi are now gearing up for this A push. Great flashes going in here. Not as clean as VP's A take, but still, they are getting the job done until netcode guides, until Daze decides to step around the corner and shoot him in the face. AZK still here at the back, and NaVi just get picked apart once again, one after another.
Yeah, even with the smokes to try and keep away, all the angles there, it's just not good enough here. Guardian is going to be, 1-on-4, and with 5 seconds left, he just wants to survive with this AWP so he can use it next round. But they've already found him, and he needs to get around this corner. He's going to walk right into Steel, and he gets the no-scope anyway. Oh, Steel. This is just one of those games for Steel. He just has to feel... When we played 26 rounds, and Steel has died 23 out of them. That is kind of funny.
It's kind of fitting that it's Steel as well. That's also fitting that Guardian lands just ridiculous shots. Now, okay, so we've seen Navi attempt it with nades. We've seen a Navi attempt takes without nades. Where else can you really go here for Navi if nothing seems to work? Steel has got a Scar 20 again, and he's going to spot the man peeking, but it's Guardian who's on the other side of that pipe. Sorry, Steel. That was a bit too much. Yeah,
AWP versus Auto Sniper, not always the best engagement if you have the Auto Sniper. Smoke's going to go off here. Might be a little bit too late. Oh, Dazed. Could have got his face taken off, but they're not going to run for the smoke. They don't feel like that is the best plan. They still have a lot of time to work with, so the fact that they got the entry frag is going to help out Navi quite a bit.
Yes, exactly. It's going to be opening. I mean, it creates rotation here. That line in is a straight line across the minimap, as you guys can see. It's down a man, but they've still got 2 guys alive on this B site, and so far these 2 guys have been doing a magnificent job. Dazed and Swag working together. Navi still seem they seem a little uncoordinated. They're just bumping into each other and everything. Like, communication needs to be on point here for Navi if they have a hope. But
Swag, this Molotov could make a really big difference if Dazed just spots them and Swag's going to put out the Molotov. Well, flashbang in first. Dazed will commit with another kill. The bomb is dropped as well. Seized will finally get the return. The Molotov is blocking off half the side at least. It's a 2-on-3 here. Seized and Guardians, the last 2 left, and Seized is going to be alone trying to take care of business. But Skadoodle from the high ground raining down death onto Navi, and a triple kill at the end here from the North American AWP. It's going to be 15-11 now, only 4 rounds left. How do you say comeback in French?
I don't think there's a word for comeback in French because we just win.
Can we call it le comeback? We are in Paris after all.
Yeah, okay, you can put a le in front of anything and make it work.
That's how I speak French, man.
You gonna go make an omelette with some fromage?
Yes, please. Yes, please. I mean, I will say this much: the food has been really good in Paris. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, man. And now we have to go back to Sweden. Sad times.
Please don't remind me. It's going to be a Skadoodle opening up with a good kill on StarX here, and obviously it is an eco round coming up from Navi. Steel's Auto Sniper is also doing work, but he can't survive the round because that has apparently just become a thing for Steel. He's going to hate me later for watching this VOD, but it is kind of funny. Swag waiting all the way in the corner here by the barrels, and there's still 55 seconds left. They steal the Auto Sniper from Steel, and it's also made of steel. It's kind of interesting.
Hit the headshot. Swag is still there. Zeus and Guardian trying to push in together. They've got the Scar 20. Zeus dancing on the edge of that smoke. Guardian looking for a different way in, and it looks like they're going to back up and try and change it up here. 40 seconds left on this clock for Navi to move into this site, and it's going to be a short play with some wallbang. But the smokes are there, and that's just enough time for AZK to get in position and go for the flank.
Guardian somehow doesn't die just yet, but Skadoodle.
What?
That was a shot right through.
Oh man, God. I love how he doesn't move afterwards. Skadoodle is laughing his ass off right now. Like, yeah.
He just blew his own mind and ours. What a game this has turned into be. 15-12. Another 3 rounds, and iBUYPOWER make the biggest comeback we've seen.
All tournament long.
Yeah, all tournament long, all ESWC here. 14-1 for the first half, and right now we're looking at 15-12. But it does only require one mistake from iBUYPOWER, one slip anywhere, and things start to go horribly wrong. And Seized, what are you planning? I really want to see them try and Molotov this corner again. I see no reason why they shouldn't try and repeat that strategy.
Mm. Oh yeah, no, go for now that they have smokes. Look at that, smokes, Molotovs, all the nades they need. They can try and go for just a straight B take. But it looks like they want to try and take a crack at A again. NaVi working their way back around here. I mean, it's still a minute left. NaVi are capable of going anywhere on this map at this point because, once again, iBUYPOWER, they hold so passively, ultra passive. Just don't even show themselves. They don't do anything to give any kind of opportunity for NaVi to find an entry frag here. They're just holding on the site, and they're going to use their nades, space them out, and burn time off this clock. But NaVi, look, NaVi now are setting up for the smokes that are going to be heading in here to this site. And
they're faking B bomber side in the meantime. Zeus is here, and he can actually get back up to A pretty quickly as well. So, I mean, this is a pretty mobile position. He's going to go, well, we're definitely going to try and B, guys. So you ready for it? It's going to be a B push just like the last couple of rounds. So, yeah, smoke training. And actually, all the way... Oh, they smoke shot here as well. This is really good stuff from NaVi. Are iBUYPOWER going to buy it? Well, currently not. They're still stuck in their position, so they haven't bought this fake at all. Skadoodle, he's a rock at this point, and he's just waiting in this corner. Starix and Guardian are left. It's a 2-on-4 and looking so good right now for iBUYPOWER. Skadoodle coming up with a double kill, and iBUYPOWER, they are not impressed by NaVi. I mean, the CIS team, they try their very best, throwing the smokes, throwing the grenades all the way from the high ground down, because there's no skybox. They land into the bomb site, and, I mean, in my opinion, it was an impressive attempt to try and do it, and iBUYPOWER just didn't care.
iBUYPOWER just sat there, like stones, like rocks. They just didn't see it. So they just sat there, like they didn't need to do anything, basically, apart from where's the bomb and do we need to move to go to it. And iBUYPOWER, they see all the smokes. That's another thing, though. That's what's really tough about it. And when you abuse these like skybox situations, it's like you throw all the smokes and the flashes, but then you don't hear the steps. You don't have any fire. You don't shoot. Like you need at least like Zeus to maybe stick around and try and like shoot it up a little bit or something like that. Just make some noise maybe, and that could potentially sell the fake a little bit more. But iBUYPOWER, there's like, okay, we don't actually hear anything, and now flashes are coming in at the A site. We're just gonna sit.
I imagine the frustration right now on the NaVi side.
Yeah.
Imagine how annoying this is. For almost 15 rounds straight, you've been thinking, just one more round, just one opening kill, just anything going our way, and we've got this, boys. We're ready. We're playing on nuke, and we're gonna be good to go. And now we're in the 29th round. They're gonna try for the boost up here. So this time they do Molotov the corner. Good stuff here, I think. Steel's gonna be forced back with the auto sniper, not too far back. You can actually still watch them walk in. So this is really good play from Steel, just to give him some. Oh, but Guardian is just a little bit quicker. This could very well be it. Swag is defending down here. He needs back up quick, or he's going to get shot in the back any second. He's looking for Zeus, and he's not going to get the kill. Now it's a double opening. And NaVi, such a big struggle here in the second half, but they may have just found this opening.
You may have just cursed the Manders. This is it now. NaVi, the hold, and this time around, they're landing the shots. AZK is gone. Skadoodle cannot hit, and Skadoodle gets overwhelmed. Perfect.